Hey guys, so today I want to do a ranking of my top 15 dream guitars. Basically, these are guitars I would love to own at some point in my life, but I don't yet, either because of it's too expensive, cost considerations, or space considerations, or both. So I live in a one-bedroom apartment, and I have four electric guitars right now. These are all going to be electric guitars, and yeah, like there's a lot of guitars I would like to have, but either they cost too much money, or yeah, I just don't have enough space to store them. 'Cause, I have limited space in my apartment. But yeah, this is just going to be a list of 15 of my favorite guitars that I would like to have, but I don't have right now. So, anyways, yeah, that's what this video is going to be about. All right, so just like with some of my other ranking videos, I'm going to do one brand per guitar here. That's just to make it a little bit more diverse. I like to have, a diverse range of different items and products in my videos. So I'm just going to keep it to one brand per guitar. So you're going to be seeing 15 different brands as well as 15 different guitars in this video. So number 15, I'm starting off with the Godin Fifth Avenue TL Vintage Burst in gold foil configuration. So Godin is Canadian guitar brand, and I think they're actually pretty underrated. They've been in business for quite a while, a couple of decades, I believe. So yeah, it's for some reason they're not as well known as any of the big US brands, but Godin has been there for a while, and they have many different guitars. They have a big line of guitars. Kind of reminds me of actually the Schecter actually in the US. So you kind of could consider them like the Canadian version of Schecter, which is to make a lot of different instruments in kind of like a custom shop level of quality, actually. So they made a wide range of instruments, just like Schecter, and the quality is generally very good, and they've been there for a while as well. So yeah, this one's called the Fifth Avenue TL Vintage Burst, made in Canada. And what I like about this one is, well, you'll notice a few things. I do like to have F holes. I think the F holes I mean, they look the guitar made the guitar look more like a violin essentially, or like it's more like a traditional instrument. It's not like a modern looking instrument. This one definitely looks more vintage because of the F holes. Pretty unique tailpiece here as well, and then the gold foil pickups, which are Lawler gold foil pickups. And I've always been a fan of gold foil pickups. I always found them like really have very interesting sound to them. And Lawler is a U.S. boutique pickup manufacturer, and I have used their gold foils before in the past, actually. So I have experience with these pickups. They're actually really nice pickups. A lot of top end sparkle, and I really would like to get a guitar with those type of pickups again. So yeah, really beautiful looking guitar. You can see that this top here is actually pretty unique. It's I don't think this is a maple top. It's actually Canadian wild cherry, I think, as the top here. Yeah, Canadian wild cherry. So that's really interesting. It's Canadian wild cherry as the top here. So yeah, that's a unique wood that I don't really see used on many guitars. I like the simplicity, right? Only a toggle between the bridge, middle, and neck pickup positions. So you only have a three-way selector, and you get two controls here, volume and tone. So it keeps it very simple. I don't like to have too many controls on the guitar, so this one keeps it simple. And yeah, very simple configuration, but still looks really beautiful. The design is almost like hmm, it's almost like a Gretsch Duojet, I would say. It does kind of look like a Gretsch Duojet, actually, except yeah, it's got this highly figured Canadian cherry wood top here, and with F holes, and it's got gold foil pickups, which makes it pretty unique. So yeah, we can look at the specs here. So this is called Vintage Burst. It's got Graphtec bridge. Graphtec's also a Canadian company, by the way. They make a lot of different accessories for guitars, mostly nuts and bridges and saddles and stuff. Canadian Wild Cherry, as I said before, really unique wood. I don't see used very much on other guitars. An ebony fingerboard, which is a very high-end type of fingerboard. Fingerboard radius is 16 inches. That's very flat. So good for soloing. Maybe not so good for chords, but really good for soloing. Lolly gold foils, these are very high-end premium pickups. The gold foils by themselves would probably cost about 400 bucks. So if you were to buy these pickups separately, they would cost 400 bucks US. In this guitar, yeah, I mean that actually gives more value to the guitar, of course. Graphtec nut and yeah, Canadian Wild Cherry tops. So yeah, that's overall very premium looking guitar. And yeah, well, you might think that the guitar like this might be pretty expensive, right? I mean, it's by Godin, who is known for making kind of custom shop quality instruments, very nicely handcrafted, beautiful figure top, gold foil pickups, which I said are $400 by themselves, and yeah, it's using some exotic woods and everything. You might think that's really expensive, but actually it's not that expensive. So when I checked it, it's actually $2,200 Canadian on Go on Long and McQuaid, which translates to about $1,600 US. So it's actually not too bad. Usually if you find this level of guitar, you would think that it would cost like, maybe $3,000 or over, but no, it's actually just $1,600 US. So that's not too bad. That's actually very competitive with you like a entry level American Fender guitar, I would say, or a G&L, I would say. So yeah, this is a yeah, I think this is really good quality actually for what you're paying for. So $1,600 US, you're getting an instrument of this quality with an exotic wood, a figured top, gold foil pickups, which I said are $400 by themselves, an ebony fingerboard, Graphtec nut and bridge. Like these are all very premium stuff. 1,600 bucks US. That's actually one of the cheaper guitars that's going to be on the list here. So, anyways, that's actually pretty good value here. I would say it's not cheap, but at the same time, like for a guitar of this quality, I think that's a pretty good price to pay for it. And it's all made in Canada too. It's not made in some Asian country. So. Yep, that's going to be starting off when I'm in for number 15. I just wish that this came in other colors because I kind of do want. I already have a lot of like sunburst type guitars, so it would be nice if it came with a different color for the burst. But yeah, anyway, still really nice looking. So number 15 is going to be the Golden Fifth Avenue TL Vintage First. Number 14 is going to be the Gibson Larry Carlton ES335. This is the signature guitar of Larry Carlton, prominent jazz guitarist. Yeah, this is almost just a straight up ES30 335, just in a different burst, because this is the same burst that Larry Carlton has on his ES335, and Larry Carlton is well known for using a 335. He's actually called his nickname is kind of called Mr. 335 because he always uses the 335, and it's pretty much stock. The humbucker pickups here are pretty stock pickups here, the Gibson 57s, which if I were to buy this guitar, I'd probably replace them with better pickups, honestly. The 57s aren't really that, I mean, they're very standard. They're modern sounding pickups, actually, despite the fact that it's called PIP 57. I'd probably just replace these with any of the PAF replicas on the market. Otherwise, pretty nice looking guitar. I like the burst finish and everything. Nothing too special about this. That's Larry Carlton, except for the fact that it's Larry Carlton's personal, um, like ES335 color burst. So that's really the only thing that makes this Larry Carlton is just the fact that this color is from his burst. But otherwise, I don't think that Larry Carlton used any special pickups or any special like customizations to his guitar. But yeah, and also this really expensive $3,800, and that's used. But that's what you expect from Gibson. Gibson is not one of the brands that you go to for any kind of good value. They're generally the guitars are really overpriced. But hey, this is my dream guitar list, so I can even pick expensive guitars if I want to. All right, so number 13, I'm gonna go with the Ibanez George Benson GB10. This is a hollow body electric guitar that honestly just comes right after Larry Carlton ES335. George Benson's another jazz guitarist I really like. And yeah, he uses Ibanez guitars, surprisingly, because you don't think of these kind of semi-hollows when you think of Ibanez, right? You think of these super strats, you think of like the shredder, the heavy metal hard rock shredder guitars when you think of Ibanez. But no, Ibanez actually makes semi-hollow arc top guitars like this, and I guess that's what George Benson uses. So yeah, really beautiful looking guitar. It is a bit big, and that's the thing about arc tops is that they're usually quite big, and these look like mini humbucker pickups. They don't look like full size humbucker pickups. They look like mini humbucker pickups. But anyways, this is a really beautiful guitar. But just the fact that it's a big arc top, so that's why it's not like really high up on my list. Still a guitar I would like to have, but yeah, it's down lower on my list because it's a big arc top. Um, but yeah, what's special about these? So you got ebony fingerboards, which are always a pretty premium material. Ebony is always a premium wood to use for it actually uses it for the fretboard and for the bridge. And it uses a special George Benson floating humbucker here, which looks like a mini humbucker to me. So, anyways, really beautiful looking guitar. Looks pretty big and heavy though, but yeah, actually it's not too heavy, but it is big, and that's what, the thing about these art top type guitars. Still would be nice to have. So that's number 13, and costs about 3,000 euros, which is about $3,300 US. So quite a bit of money. All right, so number 12 is the Magneto T-Wave Atlantic. So Magneto is a French guitar company. that I would say is pretty recent. Started around like 2010 or so. Yeah, within the last like 12 years or no, it actually within the last 14 years. Yeah. Anyways, 14, 15 years. They're fairly recent. They have a couple of guitars that I really like because they do have this kind of cool Art Deco type design to them. Most of the guitars are inspired by Fender designs, including their most famous models, probably the Air Gales model. But I do like this T-Wave Atlantic one, because it is a Telecaster shape. It's a little bit different than Telecaster. I mean, it's got like a slightly more pronounced curve here. But otherwise, it's pretty much a Telecaster, but it has these Charlie Christian pickups here, which are really cool. Also, had these Art Deco type, the pickguards are really cool too. That's not a typical Telecaster pickguard. Also, the switch has been moved up here, which is interesting. That's where you would find a Les Paul switch usually. So, or a Gresh switch. So, yeah, the T-Wave Atlantic. This is a handmade guitar that's actually made in Japan. This is part of their higher end series. Magneto's higher end guitars are all made in Japan, while the low end guitars are made in China, I think, but the higher end guitars are made in Japan. So it's made from alder, so you can probably feel that it's probably around like 7 pounds-ish, same as other Telecasters. Most Telecasters are made from alder. And nitro finish, rosewood fingerboard, 11-inch radius. That's slightly more than typical Fender. Fender modern necks are about 9.5-inch radius, so this is 11-inch, a little bit flatter. And the bridge is a typical Telecaster style bridge with brass saddles and Goto tuners, and you have these Rashia custom Charlie Christian neck pickups, which I think are really cool. So yeah, these neck pickups and the bridge pickup even, they are Charlie Christian pickups, which are really unique pickups. Charlie Christian was a really early jazz guitarist, and his pickups are some of the first pickups ever produced for an electric guitar. They have a really mellow tone to them, I would say, and low output, really mellow tone to them. So it's interesting to even find them on a guitar, like this even, but just to find them on any guitar these days is pretty hard to find. They're not like they're pretty niche pickups, but it's just cool that there's a kind of production guitar. Like yeah, custom. This is like a custom, but also production guitar with Charlie Christian pickups. So that's pretty cool. And this costs doesn't say the price on here, but I looked on Reverb. There isn't too many of these selling, but this one sold for about $3,600. This is a 2017 model. But yeah, there's not too many of these listed because they are kind of custom handmade-ish guitars. So anyways, yeah, it's a Charlie Christian Telecaster. It's a basically a Telecaster with a cool custom pickguard thing. And pickup switch is up here, and then Charlie Christian type pickups, which I think is really cool. All right, so at number 11 is going to be the GNL Comanche, the Fullerton Deluxe version, which is made in the USA. So GNL is I would say like a smaller scale guitar company. They're not exactly as small scale as Magneto, but yeah, they're not as big as Fender either. They're the last company that Leo Fender, the original founder of Fender, set up before he passed away. So really it contains the latest additions that Leo Fender, all the latest inventions that Leo Fender made before he passed away are incorporated in GNL guitars. And I would say in general, GNL guitars, I would say better value than Fender guitars. Like this made in USA GNL models on $1,900, which is I would say like a little bit cheaper actually than a lot of Fender American models, and the quality is better. So a lot of people who play GNL American guitars say the quality's on par or up there with GNL with Fender custom shop guitars. So that makes this actually quite a good value. So yeah, considering they're a smaller shop, right? They're a smaller shop, which means that they do have a bit better attention to detail than Fender guitars do. But anyways, why the GNL Comanche? Because this is basically it's a Stratocaster, but what you notice is that the pickups are really interesting. They're these Z coil pickups, which are actually hum canceling pickups. These are one of the last. I think this and the ASOS Special are the last designs that Leo Fender made before he passed away. So this looks a little bit similar to a Fender wide-ranging pickup, essentially. Like the Fender wide-range pickup, which was on the which was invented by Seth Lover, that was on the Fender Telecaster Thin Line Deluxes back in the 70s. It's kind of a similar concept to that. We have a split coil like this in order to cancel the hum. But in addition to that, you have GNL's magnetic field design technology, which allows you to individually adjust the pull pieces. So yeah, this basically and it's used ceramic, not doesn't use Anico like Fender pickups do, and it doesn't use Kunafé like the wide range humbucker does. So the magnet material is different. It's ceramic, and the magnetic field design pickups are a special, unique pickup design by. So yeah, that's why I like GNL. I think overall, the quality is superior to Fender models of the similar price, and I do like their unique, innovative technologies that basically Leo Fender improved upon from Fender models. So this has a GNL dual fulcrum vibrato bridge, which is a little bit similar to Fender's modern two-point synchronized tremolo. So it's kind of similar to that. You see this beautiful. This is a honey burst. But yeah, I really love bursts. Bursts look really good to me, and these special Z coil pickups, of course. And an extra switch here for extra possibilities that also appears on the GNL S500. So you have additional tonal options there. You have a highly figured maple neck here, and yeah, overall you do get GNL quality. Take a look at the magnetic field design Z coil pickups, which are hum canceling single coil pickups. Um, well, yeah, I guess you consider them single coil pickups, not really a humbucker, actually. So it's a little bit different than the Fender wide range humbucker, even though it kind of looks like a similar configuration. It's actually still a single coil, but it's a hum canceling single coil. And you get GNL's passive treble and bass tone system, so you have a bass cut knob. That's really cool as well. And then you have the dual fulcrum tremolo. So overall, I think that this is a pretty nice guitar, and it's not even that expensive for what is essentially a guitar on par with the Fender Custom Shop. So pretty cool. And the C coils, one of Leo Fender's last innovations before he passed away. This guitar, the Comanche and the ASAT Special, are Leo Fender's last designs before he passed away. So really, there you can think of the Comanche as and the ASAT Special, which I own, as Leo Fender's last designs essentially. So pretty cool guitar. It's number 11 on my list because, well, it still kind of looks like a Strat, right? It's just a Strat with a different, like, a really cool pickup design, essentially. But yeah, still looks really good. Number 10 is the Powers Electric A-Type. So this is a $4,300 guitar, of course, really expensive. Not something I could ever really own, but a unique pickup design from Andy Powers, who is a former executive at Taylor Guitars. So he started his own guitar company and yeah, came up with a fairly unique design. I would say that's not really inspired by anything, but kind of looks like some Reverend models, I guess. But yeah, basically the design and the hardware and stuff are all yeah, more or less like they're inspired by stuff, but they're not exactly like a copy of anything. Like this bridge here is looks like a Bigsby, but it's not really a Bigsby. It's its own design. So it uses this what do they call this camshaft? Yeah, so um you have a single coil pickup design that's called a Faraday, I think. Faraday full fidelity. And then a partial fidelity. And then the camtail trem vibrato system. So yeah, these pickups are unique to Powers Electric. We also use special materials here, as you can see from the knobs and stuff. And yeah, this is a special camshaft tailpiece, top loading hardtail. So yeah, pretty unique design there. Body is a quilted maple top. So another thing I like about this particular cutaway is colorway, sorry, is yeah, it's a quilted maple top, and I love quilted maple tops. They look so good. And Honduran rosewood is used as a fingerboard, whereas most companies use Indian rosewood, sometimes Madagascar rosewood. This is Honduran rosewood. I guess it's a little bit different. Um, yeah, let's see. I wish they had 22 frets. I don't know why they only went 21 here. But yeah, otherwise, this is a custom pickups called Full Fidelity 42 pickup. So yeah, I said the cool thing about Powers electric guitar. The A-Type is the only model that they offer so far. But what's so cool about them is that it is a fairly original design and looks pretty high quality. Uh, Even the saddles are made of Darwin, ebony, or brass. Yeah, made of pretty high quality materials, and they have some unique proprietary designs like this bridge here, tremolo system, pickups are all pretty unique to Powers Electric. Yeah, but at the same time, I would say this shape isn't like really like well, it's a unique shape, but it's not like a shape that I would be like, whoa, that's so cool. I really want to play it type of shape. So that's why it's only at number 10 here. It's still like a guitar I would like to have, but yeah, it's not like the most inspiring shape to me. I think that even though the shape is kind of unique to them, but I don't know, kind of looks like some reference to me. Also, like I think I'm trying to think of the other. I thought some Magneto designs might have had something similar as well. But anyways, I think the shape is unique to them, but it's not a shape that I really want. Like inspires me to really want to get it, like go out and get it right away. It's also super expensive. With the quilted top, it's $4,500 actually, so it's pretty crazy. All right. Anyways, that's this particular version. Yeah, with the select figured maple and the transparent burst. Yeah, if you want this particular version with the quilted top, 4,500. It's quite a bit to pay. All right. So number nine is the Yamaha Revstar Professional RSP20, especially this version in Moonlight Blue. I think this is a Japan specific color. But yeah, this is a really nice looking guitar. You see this beautiful blue finish here. That's not a solid blue color. It looks like bursty, I guess. It's not doesn't say it's a burst exactly, but it looks kind of like a burst to me. It's really nice. Yamaha, of course, everyone knows it's a Japanese company. They've had a lot of history making lots of different audio equipment, but also guitars and motorcycles, as people might know. Yamaha's in a bunch of different industries. So the Revstar Professional is made in Japan. I believe the only difference between the Professional and the Standard is well, Professional is made in Japan and also go undergoes like this special acoustic vibration treatment, I think. So that's the differences. Um, but yeah, I do like this particular color. So pretty cool. Chambered body, dual Alnico 5 humbuckers. Now I don't know about the Yamaha humbuckers. Have no experience with Yamaha humbuckers, but they do have a special system here that you can call the focus switch. Yeah, they have a push pull focus switch here. So that changes the tone a little bit. So it looks pretty also it's a unique design. This is a design unique to the Yamaha Revstar. It's an original design. It looks kind of like an SG, but not really like a Gibson SG. Like the top part looks a little bit like a asymmetrical Gibson SG, but then this lower part here, yeah, that's like a Music Man, I guess. So, anyways, it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's their own original design, which can always be appreciated, I guess. I'm always going to rank, guitars with original designs a little bit higher. But yeah, the fingerboard's rosewood, doesn't say where. Top materials maple. I guess, and the body material is mahogany. So it's mahogany with a figured maple top, I'm gonna say. Yeah, rosewood fingerboard, 22 frets, 12-inch radius, Yamaha pickups. That's their own proprietary pickups. Yeah, and they have this IRA treatment, which is special to the Revstar Professional line, and it comes in around $1,800 US. So I would say it's actually one of the cheaper guitars on this list. Yeah, along with the so far we've seen what's the other one? Yeah, actually the Reverend Greg Koch is 1700. This is actually the cheapest guitar on my list so far. 1700, and then the GNL at 1900, and then yeah, the Revstar Professional 1800. Wait, so that's number nine. At number eight, I have the Ernie Ball Music Man St. Vincent Goldie. It's a signature guitar for St. Vincent, who I don't know too much about, but I think her signature model looks pretty cool. Now, what's interesting with Music Man, even though they're owned by Ernie Ball, a string manufacturer, is because it was also started by Leo Fender originally. So Leo Fender started three companies. He started Fender, obviously, and he started Music Man, which was taken over by Ernie Ball later, and then he started G&L. That's his last company. So this guitar is kind of unique. It reminds me of like a Firebird type of design, but with a lot of different. Well, the shape is a little bit different than the Firebird. So it's like as if you took a Firebird and then you kind of like made the other corners a little bit more rounded. So anyways, pretty unique shape. Also the yeah, these little tone knobs here, a little bit different. Tremolo here, three gold foil pickups is actually really interesting. So I always like gold foil pickups. I think they're really cool looking. So three gold foil pickups here for this Goldie model. This color is cashmere. So the neck is roasted maple and with ebony. So ebony as a fretboard is always appreciated. That's a very premium material. $3,100 is how much it costs, street price. I think it's a really nice looking guitar. I know that some people might think this shape is weird, but to me, it's an original shape. They took a Firebird type of shape and they just kind of like made it a little bit different. It's still like it's like a Firebird derived design, but still a little bit different and unique in its own way. So it's got brass saddles here, custom gold foil mini humbuckers. So yeah, these are actually not really gold foil pickups in the traditional sense. So they're not using ferrite magnets, I don't think. They might be just using bar magnets like nickel bar magnets like humbuckers do. And yeah, they might be just like mini humbuckers, or they actually might be Firebird pickups just with gold foils on them. So Firebird pickups are just like kind of like unique mini humbuckers, I guess. Yeah. I would hesitate to say that Firebird pickups are different than mini humbuckers because they're essentially like a variation of mini humbuckers. So, and these are just like gold foil variations of mini humbuckers, I guess. And so reverse headstock here. Yeah, I like the gold one the best here. I mean, cashmere. Sorry, cashmere is the actual name. So roasted maple neck here. Gold foil pickups. Now, they're inspired by early Firebird mini humbucking pickups and vintage gold foil single coil pickups. So it's kind of like a mix. It's kind of like in between a Firebird pickup and a gold foil pickup, like a traditional gold foil Tisco pickup. So that was pretty cool. I wonder how that sounds like actually. So yes, the body wood's okume, which is a really unique wood to use for a body. I don't really know many other guitars that use okume as a wood. Um, and then yeah, you have ebony fingerboard again. That's a premium material that you don't see too much. And yeah, you have these unique pickups, which are not like any other pickups on any other guitar. They're gold foils, but they're not really gold foils. They're kind of like in between a gold foil and the Firebird pickup. So that's pretty unique. So anyways, yeah, that's what I'm gonna pick for my number eight is the Music Man St. Vincent Goldie. Okay. And then at number seven is going to be the Rickenbacker 36012. Um, this guitar is pretty expensive, 3,800 bucks. It's made in the US. All Rickenbackers are made in the US. Rickenbacker is a very historic company. They're an American company that dates back, oh, I would say like they made some of the earliest electric guitars on the market. In fact, like one of the first electric guitars, the frying pan, I think, was the Rickenbacker. So they really go back to the earliest days of the electric guitar. Their 12 string is well known for being played by the Beatles, specifically George Harrison. So they do have some association with the Beatles, some early British invasion bands. They have a really unique sound because they have unique pickups. The Rickenbacker has always had unique pickups because they're one of the earliest guitar companies. So they have these special toaster pickups, which are pretty low output, I think. But yeah, this guitar looks beautiful. I mean, look at that. This is some sort of burst here. Cherry burst, I guess. Yeah, I'm just going by Gibson terms, right? If this burst was on a Les Paul, it'd be a cherry burst. Also, pretty unique shape. That's unique to Rickenbacker. It's a yeah, kind of like a bigger flat pancake type of shape that Rickenbacker has. It's a semi-hollow as well. But it's unique to Rickenbacker. Really beautiful looking guitar too. Yeah. Um, look at the specs here. Semi-acoustic actually. It's this body type. So Uh, maple is the wood. Yes, the body's made of maple, fingerwood's rosewood. Um, and it's using vintage single coil toaster top pickups, which are unique to Rickenbacker. Yeah, so Rickenbacker has pretty unique pickups. Nothing else really sounds like them. They're just these very bright, jangly pickups. And if you think that Filtertrons are jangly, then these are just a next level above jangly, I guess. So they're a level above Filtertrons in terms of like time and the type of top end tone. So, anyways, I've never played a Rickenbacker. I've always wanted to. So this would be a nice guitar to own, even if it's really expensive. So yeah, that's why it's on my list here at number 7. So yeah, really I've always wanted to own a Rickenbacker, and this is probably one of my favorite models. Also, a 12 string electric is really cool too. Like just to have a 12 string electric in my collection would be nice to have. All right, number 6 is going to be the Kiesel A2 neck through. Kiesel guitars, by the way, is essentially carbon. Carbon guitars has been around for a while, and then well, Kiesel is basically almost like a rebranding. And yeah, this is one of their more expensive models. They make like expensive guitars, but not like really not too expensive. So $1,800 is actually one of the cheapest guitars on this list. So, and I really do like the finish here. This one is I don't know what kind of finish this is. It actually doesn't say, but it looks amazing. Look at the finish of this guitar, right? And it does look like one of those metal shredder guitars, I know, but still, it would be cool to own one of these things. And Kiesel, yeah, has had a lot of players, I would say that's coming from the fusion metal type of genre, including guys like Alan Holdsworth and Jason Becker. So yeah, and this one's the bolt-on version. I mean the neck-through version. They also have a bolt-on version. I think the neck-through version is pretty good. I think the neck-through does have better sustain in general than bolt-on, even though it's not quite as versatile as a bolt-on. But yeah, I prefer neck through. So it's got a hip shot fixed bridge. That's their own bridge. Ebony fingerboard. That's a nice premium material. Um, 24 frets. That's actually more of a shredder type of like super strat, I would say, for metal guitarists and shredder guitarists. They have more frets that can play faster. And let's see. You have passive Kiesel lithium humbucker. So Kiesel actually makes their own humbuckers as well. And it comes with Elixir nanowebs, which I really like as well. I love their Elixir strings. They're all coated so they last longer. And Kiesel makes their own humbuckers, so this is their proprietary design, and it's unique to them. I know it looks kind of like some Ibanez guitars, but it really is unique to them, and they do have their own humbuckers, which is unique to them as well. So, anyways, I really do like this color. This is really cool. And I don't think this particular version is 1800. I think it's starting at 1800. I think this one with this particular graphic might be like 3000 or something like that. So it really depends. You can build your own, right? So Kiesel is almost like a custom guitar company where you can kind of build your own. So I think if I were to spec this out, you can actually change your wood, body wood, top wood here. So let's just take a look here. If I use Swamp Ash, so if I use Swamp Ash, for example, as the wood, and I'm gonna use I mean like that, yeah, these are some of the really premium options that we saw, right? Like Poplar Burl, like that's where you get some of this like really highly figured tops here. And then there you you change to one of these colors, which is let's see that Malibu stain. Yeah, like this kind of color. Wow, right? Sapphire blue. That looks really cool too. Night burst. Yeah, that looks really cool. So I don't know what exactly that color was that I saw on the page, but yeah, I mean you're already looking at 2500. So it's like with Kiesel guitars because they're kind of like a custom. They're like they don't sell too many guitars, so they're almost like a custom guitar factory. You can really customize your guitar with them. So, anyways, we may tell that's going to be pretty expensive because it's already at 2500. But I think it'd be cool to have a guitar like this in my collection too, because it's like yeah for like a metal shredder type of guitars. But hey, it'd be cool to have a guitar that looks like that and also be able to customize it, right? Be pretty cool. That's a cool color too. So yeah, I mean, this is the type of prices you're looking at. I haven't even changed anything here. If I add a, yeah, so I'm going with just the lithium humbuckers here, but you can upgrade here. You can upgrade for free. What illusionist humbucker, huh? Yeah, I don't know too much. I think I went over these pickups in my pickup browsing video, right? But yeah, anyways, Kiesel's at number 6. They make a lot of customized guitars. So, anyways, looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, I also want to add that you can actually add a Floyd Rose tremolo here, which would this adds the Floyd Rose tremolo, which makes it really easy to do dive bombs like Eddie Van Halen type stuff or Randy Rhoads or whatever. So yeah, basically, it would be cool to have one of these type guitars too, because I've never owned a guitar with a Floyd Rose before. And with this type of bridge, yeah, that's when you can really do like really heavy dive bombs, right? The heavy metal shredder type of stuff. Um, yeah, that's really cool. There's also this hip shot Kiesel tremolo. But yeah, I think if I were to actually, get one of these guitars, if I have enough money, then probably go with a really cool custom color, and I'd probably add a Floyd Rose. Just to have a guitar with a Floyd Rose in my collection would be cool. I've never owned a guitar with a Floyd Rose before, so anyways, would be cool to have a guitar with a Floyd Rose in my collection to be able to do like dive bombs and Eddie Van Halen stuff, right? So that would be pretty cool. All right, number five is going to be the PRS Silver Sky Nebula. This is a special version of the PRS Silver Sky, which is a John Mayer signature model. So PRS, those guys don't know, PRS is actually one of the bigger guitar companies. I would say after Fender and Gibson and Ibanez, the top three. Then you have the next level of guitar companies, which is like Washburn and PRS and Yamaha. Like these guitar companies are still pretty big. Yeah, PRS is a fairly big guitar company, and yeah, this is John Mayer's signature model, just in a really cool color. It's Nebula Sky version. I mean, it has this type of gradient to it, I guess. Really, really cool gradient. And you guys know I love John Mayer. He's one of my favorite guitarists. And yeah, I never own a PRS Silver Sky, right? I always thought that the PRS Silver Sky, it's an interesting design. I don't think I would necessarily pick it over my own Strat, but hey, we're talking about dream guitars I would love to own, if I was rich or something. So, why not pick up a Silver Sky? Um, Especially this color. It's Nebula Sky is really good. It looks really nice. My favorite color of the Silver Sky so far. And 7.25 radius is the thing. I don't like this radius is too curved. I probably like that's the one thing is like I really kind of want to replace with at least a 9.5 inch, but hey, it's a PRS neck. If you want to keep a PRS, then yeah, but I probably want to get a 9.5-inch radius neck. Alder body, that's standard for a Fender Strat type guitar. And yes, it is a Fender Strat copy. The only things PRS did differently was kind of sculpt the heel a little bit differently, add different pickups. Um, I think the tremolo system is pretty similar. Um, yeah, the neck, yeah, I mean headstock is different, of course, but for the most part, it's like 90% similar, 95% similar to a Strat. The pickups are unique to the Silver Sky. It's a 635 JM. Now, I'm not sure how different these are than Fender Big Dipper pickup from his old signature models, but yeah, I wonder if they are this similar spec. So, like for people who have tried the Fender John Mayer's Big Dipper pickups, the 635 JMs, like how would you compare them, right? I haven't played the John Mayer signature models before, so I don't know, but I would assume that they're kind of similar in terms of specs. But yeah, otherwise it's a special limited edition version of the PRS Silver Sky, which I think is a Strat copy, but it's a nice looking Strat copy. So, anyways, that would be my number five. Number four, since I haven't mentioned Fender yet, now Fender sells a lot of guitars. They're like arguably the biggest guitar company in the world. So they sell a lot of different custom shop guitars, limited edition models and stuff, artist models. So I was taking a look at some of their parallel universe stuff, which I think is pretty cool too. But I think that if I were to pick one, and I'm only allowed to pick one guitar per brand, right? I'm going with the Fender Custom Shop, and I'm just gonna go with the Relic, man, because yeah, why not? Because I have a Fender Stratocaster that's kind of relic right now. It's a road worn body, so it's sort of relic. But then I just want to go further, with something like that. So I'll probably get something like this one, like limited edition Masterbuilt Mike McReady 1960 Strat. I mean, this or the Rory Gallagher Strat would be pretty good. They're both really, really heavily worn. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention the PRS Silver Sky price. This This thing is 3,200 euros, which is about $3,500 US. So that's how much this costs. But I think it's actually more. This is how much it was when it was sold. I think it actually, because it's limited, it actually might be more. Now if you look on Reverb. So anyways, 3,500 was how much it was when it sold. But that's nothing compared to this one, right? This one's $17,000. So obviously the most expensive guitar in this list. Fender custom shops can be crazy expensive. They're overpriced in my opinion. But hey, this is a dream guitar list, right? I can list whatever guitar I want regardless of price. So yeah, this is probably what I would get. This one or the Rory Gallagher one because they're both heavily reliced. And if I'm going with a Fender, I'm just going to go with the heavily relic one. Because yeah, I think everyone knows Fender's guitars already. The signature models, yeah, they change some things here and there, but there's nothing like that really makes me want to get like a particular signature guitar over the other. Just give me like a really relic looking one. Right now, that's something that, hey, at least I have one kind of unique looking guitar in my collection, which is like this really heavily beat up guitar, right? So all these guitars are going to be in my collection. I'm just going to have one that's really heavily beat up like this, one really heavily beat up looking. Like this is beyond heavy relic or ultra heavy relic or whatever. But yeah, this is the signature model of Mike McReady, the Pearl Jam guitarist. He has a very relic guitar, very similar to Steve Ray Vaughan or Rory Gallagher in terms of how much wear is on it. It's vintage, it's from 1960, so it's got this. Wow, well, actually, it's got a modern radius neck. Okay, I'm kind of surprised about that. I thought it would be 7.25, but no, it's a 9.5 radius neck. Okay, so that's good for me, but it's not exactly vintage. I thought this was a 1960s Strat. So anyways, 9.5 radius is kind of modern, 21 frets. Nitro lacquer, which is necessary to have this kind of relic look. AAA rosewood, and yes, outer body, flaming maple neck, yeah, nitro lacquer. Custom wound, hand wound, mic ready pickups. I wonder if these are just 1960s pickups, because if it's from 1960, maybe it's just 1960 pickups. So now I'm not sure who these are wound by. Are these wound by Josephina? If it's found by Josephina, then that would be actually cool because yeah, she's like basically the master pickup winder now at Fender Custom Shop. She took over Abigail Ybarra after she retired. So it'd be cool to get some Josefina Campos hand wound pickups, or these might be hand wound by the master builder because it's master build, right? I don't know who the master builder is in this case. Doesn't say. But anyways, if I were to pick one Fender guitar on this list, it's going to be a custom shop and it's going to be a heavy relic. So yeah, anyways, that's my number four, the Fender Custom Shop Master Build Mike McReady 1960 Strat. Just want to have a relic in my collection. Might as well make it a heavy relic, right? All right, so number three is going to be the Gresh White Penguin. This is a guitar I've actually owned before. I don't own it anymore. It's still my favorite Gresh guitar in terms of what I really want, actually. I just don't have it because of this bridge. I really don't like this bridge. Uh, It's makes it hard for me to intonate this guitar. So the reason why I sold it is because this guitar would go out of tune a lot, and it's mostly because this bridge is held in place by only mostly pressure and tension. It's not set into the body like a tune-o-matic is. So I kind of wish this could have been like a V tail piece, like the hardtails are. And I really don't like this Bigsby. I think that this would be nice if this Bigsby wasn't here, because I don't like Bigsby tremolos too much. They're clunky to use, and they don't even like affect the pitch that much, and they make the guitar look really bulky. So I would take out this Bigsby tail piece. I would yeah, take out this space roller bridge, I think is what they call it, and I would replace this with like a V-stop bridge, which is what their hardtails use. And yeah, that's the only thing preventing me from really getting this guitar. But anyway, still number three on my list. Gresh White Penguin. This is a 58 version. Um, they don't sell a version without the Bigsby right now, I don't think. The one I had actually had a Cadillac G tailpiece. So that one, the one I owned before didn't have a Bigsby. It was the Cadillac tailpiece version. But yeah, $3,500, how much it retails for. Ebony fingerboard, very premium material. And love this white and gold look. It just looks really classy and premium. I'm just a sucker for white and gold and blue and gold. I think these are really good combinations. But yeah, this one has Filtertron pickups. The one I own had Dynasonic pickups, so there's another difference there. I don't have a particular preference, Dynasonic versus Filtertron. I think those are both cool pickups. So body's finished in nitro lacquer. That's good to see. That's a high-end lacquer. Um, I mean, most cheaper guitars are just getting poly lacquer. So nitro lacquer means that's going to kind of age, which is good. You got this beautiful body binding of gold sparkle, mahogany body back, and yeah, the whole body material is mahogany actually. So it's mahogany, and yeah, it's just chambered as well, of course. I wouldn't get a guitar if it wasn't at least chambered because I don't want to carry a guitar that's too heavy. So you gotta have some kind of weight relief. Neck material is mahogany as well, nitro lacquer, 12-inch radius, which is very flat, good for playing solos on. Ebony fingerboard, pretty high end. 22 frets is good. Yeah, and see, we got the Space Control Bridge, which I would probably replace with the V-Stop Bridge. Don't like the Space Control Bridge at all. I would replace the tailpiece again. Cadillac G was pretty good, but if you have a V-Stop Bridge, you don't need a tailpiece. And the TV Jones Filtertron Classic. So can't go wrong with that. TV Jones is a pretty well-renowned third-party pickup manufacturer that also contracts with Gresh to make replicas of their 1950s Filtertron pickups. Filtertrons generally sound pretty bright and jangly. So yeah, I like Filtertron pickups. But if these were Dynasonic pickups, that would also be fine. I like both. So anyways, yeah, it's number 3 on my list. I think the only changes I would make if I were to actually get this would be take out this Bigsby and take out the space roller, replace it with a V-stop. And yeah, that's would be my main issues. It's space control bridge. I don't like it at all. It's way too based on tension. It's hard to intonate. And yeah, the Filtertrons are fine. TV Classics especially. Those are good. I would also be okay with T Armin's as well from TV Jones or Dynasonics from Gresh. So that's cool. Anyways, really beautiful looking guitar. Kind of miss owning it. So yeah, it's a Gresh White Penguin number 3. Number 2 is the Sir Mateus Asado, and this is the version with the Lawler gold foil pickups, which I really like. You guys know I love gold foil pickups, and I love the gold and white color, as you guys have seen with the White Penguin. I like gold and white. Nice classy combinations, like dressing up in a white tuxedo, white blazer. It just looks really classy. Yeah, so I love this color, this combination of white and gold. And Mateus Asado, by the way, for those of you guys who don't know, he's a very popular guitarist on YouTube, and he's from Brazil. I think he's Brazilian Japanese, but yeah, he's a really good guitarist. Has his own signature model out now. Now, Gresh, which if you guys don't know, Gresh is an American company going way back to the 1940s or whatever. They've been making guitars a long time. Actually, they go back way back before even then. But yeah, they've been making guitars. Gresh has been making guitars a long time. Sir is almost like a custom guitar company just started by John Sir, and their guitars are usually quite expensive. So $4,300 is how much this guitar costs. All these guitars are quite pricey because they're pretty much Fender custom shop level in terms of quality. It's a small shop. Each instrument is yeah, it's basically like Fender custom shop level in terms of the quality. Um, but yeah, this is my favorite Sir guitar. Just love the appearance, the gold foil pickups, especially from Lawler, because I've had experience with Lawler gold foil pickups before. I've owned them in the past. I've used them. They sound really, really good. They got a lot of bright, chiming, airy, sparkly high end. So I really kind of miss these pickups. I love the fact that they come standard on this guitar. That's really cool. But yeah, comes with Lawler gold foil pickups and two-post tremolo right here. And I mean, it's a standard Telecaster style. Other than that, just looks like a really, yeah. This is his normal version with the his signature pickups, I guess, which are Telecaster pickups. But yeah, I love this gold foil version. This looks so good. Just matches so well with this gold in white telly. So, anyways, Wilkinson three saddle is what the bridge is, and actually, it's a two-post tremolo bench style gold. Okay, so I guess this is a tremolo version, which is interesting because Okay, so this is the Wilkinson version, but this gold foil one comes with actually a 2-point tremolo system, which means you can actually, um, this is a one of the few Telecasters out there that has vibrato. So that's cool. In most Telecasters, they don't have vibrato. They just have a hardtail bridge. So this gold foil version has a tremolo bridge. That's really cool. So, anyways, yeah, that's the Sir Mateus Azado, Ralston maple neck. That's what you see on very high-end guitars like this now. Indian rosewood fingerboard, 9 to 12 inch compound. I love to see the compound radius. That's also a good feature. Tusk nut from Graptec. That's good. If you're gonna go with the nut, you either give me like a natural bow nut or give me tusk nut. Okay, that's good. And actually, this version, which is going to have the Lala Gold Coil pickups, is Sir locking tuners. So yeah, oh, I would love to have the money to get this guitar. It looks so good. But yeah, I don't have enough money, obviously. That's quite a bit of money, 4,300. But that's a really beautiful looking guitar. I mean, white, white on gold, gold foil pickups, perfect. And a tremolo to boot. So if you wanted to dive bombs, you could do that. That's really cool. So that's my number two. Right, so number one, I think you guys can guess, right? If you guys have seen my color preferences, white and gold. Guess what the number one is going to be? It's white and gold. So it's the Duesenberg Star Player TV Phonic in Venetian white, $3,800. Duesenberg is a German company. I actually own a Duesenberg. I own the Joe Walsh rights, but if I didn't, then I would actually go for this one. This is a really beautiful looking guitar. I love the white and gold finish. Um, Unfortunately, like it's hard to find Duesenbergs cheap. Like even secondhand, these don't really go below $3,000. So it's been really tough to find to find a Star Player TV Phonic at a good price. Otherwise, I would have had one by now. But yeah, I really love this. The look of this guitar is so beautiful. It's kind of like the Gresh White Penguin, if you want to compare. That's a Gresh White Penguin. This is the Duesenberg Star Player TV Phonic. It looks kind of similar, but Duesenberg is more well known for the Art Deco styling on the guitars. So you can see that it looks a little bit more Art Deco than even Gresh. So you got that cool vintage Gresh styling, but with more Art Deco type touches to it, I guess. So yeah, love the appearance and looks of this guitar. You got the gold Duesenberg tuners here. You got these not gold foil pickups, but these are actually gold. It's actually like special covers for the phonic version, which makes them look like gold foil pickups, but they're not. It's actually just a P90 in the neck and a humbucker in the bridge, a PAF type humbucker in the bridge. Um, a better bridge and tremolo system than Gresh ever has. This deluxe tremolo system, this tremolo system is what they call it. Um, yeah, it's amazing. I think Duesenberg has one of the best tremolo systems I've ever used. Also, it's got this F hole right here, which I do like as well. It's a nice touch. And then the Art Deco styling, which is really cool as well. So yeah, it's a really beautiful instrument. And we take a look at the specs here. So the pickups are a combination of a Domino P90 Grand Vintage humbucker. So it's basically a P90 in the neck and a PAF pickup in the bridge with the phonic covers, which makes it look like a gold foil. And honestly, that's one of the best things about gold foils. Not only just their sound, but just their appearance of the guitar, right? Of the pickup. Gold foils just look really cool to me, anyways. Um, but yeah, you got a four position rotary switch here, which is a nice little, I mean, just the look, appearance of that, very Art Deco. I like it. And semi-hollow, so it's a little bit lighter than a White Penguin actually. It's yeah, it's got the F hole and it's a semi-hollow. So it's not chambered, it's actually semi-hollow. Um, and yeah, it's not exactly all made in Germany because a lot of people talk about Duesenberg. They're sourcing their stuff from elsewhere, but that's at least it's assembled in Germany, actually. So the final assembly is always done in Germany for Duesenberg, and that's good enough for me. Duesenberg instruments have generally been pretty high quality all around. They're not like a huge company or anything, but but yeah, they're pretty high quality, I would say. And Even yeah, guys like I have the Joe Walsh signature model, but even guys like John Mayer and Bob Dylan play it as well, which is cool. Heck, even Johnny Depp plays it. I've seen the Johnny Depp model as well. So yeah, this is it's got the phonic covers, it's got the gold binding, compound radius, uh, yeah, P90 in the neck with the PAF in the bridge is pretty versatile. I would say it's not quite as low out, like it's a little bit higher output than I would say that's the Gretsch Filtertrons or Dynasonics would be, but it's fine. It's definitely more versatile and if you're gonna play like heavier music, then this is better. And proprietary hardware, so all the stuff, all the hardware and everything, pickups, hardware, everything that's done by Duesenberg in-house. So that's their own designs there. It's pretty cool. So the body is actually made of spruce. Top materials of spruce actually. Body's maple. So spruce is pretty unique. You don't really see it much very often on guitars. Um, Duesenberg uses it because it's a traditional German wood for instruments. So it's cool to see a spruce here as the top material. The neck is maple neck, Indian rosewood fretboard here, 22 frets. Um, they got their own proprietary tuners, and their diamond radiator tremolo is, like I said, the best tremolo system I've ever used on guitar. It's just amazing. Like, I've used Strat tremolos. I've even used the Bigsby's, and I've used the Jazzmaster tremolo before as well. Yeah, the radiator tremolo from Duesenberg is just amazing. Like it's always goes back to tune, very easy to use. There's a lot of adjustment here. Now, I haven't used the Floyd Rose, but yeah, in terms of like how much you can do a dive bomb, yeah, it's pretty dang good. How much you can do there with you know, yeah, how much of a movement you can do with this tremolo. So yeah, overall, I would say the Duesenberg Star Player TV Phonic is essentially a better version of the White Penguin. I mean, it looks kind of similar to the White Penguin, right? But the thing, like I said about the White Penguin, I didn't like was I didn't like this Bigsby tremolo right here. I didn't like the Space Roller Bridge, but Duesenberg gives you a much better tremolo than a Bigsby. Like it's not even close. This Diamond Deluxe tremolo is way better than the Bigsby. Um, and yeah, a better bridge essentially, because this Tune-o-matic bridge is a lot better than the Space Roller. It stays in tune way better, much easier to intonate. In addition to that, it's a bit lighter because it's semi-hollow. It's got the F hole, and it's got even cooler appearance because of the Art Deco styling. Um, so yeah, and it's got a more versatile pickup combination. So all in all, it's like an improved version of the White Penguin. So, and my White Penguin is a radio guitar I really like a lot. So this being like an improved version of the White Penguin, yep, that's why it's my number one. So yeah, if I had the money, I mean, 3,800 bucks is quite a bit. Yeah, so like I said, this guitar is expensive even used. Otherwise, I would have gotten it, but still really expensive even used. So anyways, the Duesenberg Star Player TV Phonic is my number one dream guitar. It's a bit hard to find at a good price though. And I already have a Duesenberg. I have the Joe Walsh, so which is a good guitar. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the Joe Walsh Alliance. It's a great guitar, but I do lust after the TV Phonic, the Star Player TV Phonic a lot. So, yep. That's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you guys think of my picks in the comment section below. But that's my top 15 dream guitars I would want to get if I had the money or space, in both actually. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, these 15 guitars I would get if I had the space and the money. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching these ranking videos. I know it's it can be kind of boring to listen to sometimes, but hey, I just kind of want to share my thoughts with the rest of the world. So let me know what you guys think. Which guitars would you get? What are your guys' dream guitars? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.